I have made a tier maker tier list. I put all of the Counterspell art, just the art. If there are repeats with different borders, like this Counterspell right here has been printed in a couple different borders. I didn't repeat those. Should be all the art, including like promos and like, you know, types of joints. So yeah, get to it. Let's start with this one. Looking at this one, printed a couple times, but this is the art from what Master? Yeah, here it is, Masters Edition 2. I like this. I don't really see how it's countering a spell, but maybe a little. I think it's solid. I think this is like kind of like a cult classic one. I think. It's gonna start in B, and then maybe work its way down. It's definitely not A material, right? Maybe I'll put it in C actually. To be completely honest, I mean, it's fine, but it's probably not. I would go through a lot of counter spells before I would pick this one. That's it. Mystical Archive. Immediately I want to put it in B. This one. Looking at it up close is pretty cool, but I kind of like the counter spells that like show like someone countering a spell. Like this is like art that I would put in my house, you know, but probably not one that I would put in my Magic deck, you know, typically. So I think like I think B for now. I could move that one up. The Japanese archive though, noted. I mean, look at that. This is incredible. I love how there's no, like, basically no border. I like how like it's kind of like stylized countering a spell. Like you can see like there's like some flame on the outside, and there's like a person in a bubble of counterspell trying to just like counter the spell. I like that one. This is fire. I also like how the mana symbols look slightly different. All right, next we got this is a really classic one. This is the Jace's spellbook or whatever. It's this one, but we've seen this art specifically in like a lot of other printings. I love this. This hits all of the nails right on the head for me. First of all, Jace is in the card art itself. Second of all, it's Jace countering a spell. This is like good old water versus fire action. I like it a lot. I think I like it less than the Japanese Mystical Archive, but it still definitely remains an A tier. All right, next. Let's take a little bit of a look at that one up close. Which one is it? Oh, it's this one, 7th edition. So, okay, I really like this art, but it's gonna seem a little hypocritical because it doesn't really look like this dude's like countering a spell. He's just sort of sitting there meditating the spell away. Maybe he's like getting a curse off of him, you know? The dude's definitely magical though. He's definitely magical. I like this. It's definitely not one that I'd probably put it, goes into C tier probably still. Not one that I'm excited to play, but I would play it. I would definitely play it above the other C tier one. Kind of, I think same goes for this version, but I like it like slightly better. I don't understand why the person in this art looks sad. That's the main thing I don't understand. But I like this art a lot. I think it, I don't know, I think this one just looks cool. This is some pretty classic, like, old Magic artwork, to be honest. Alright, this one's my favorite of all time. This is the counterspell that I will always use, if I can. this art right here. Got the dude, he's just like no, and he's countering the spell. He's like, hold on a second. No. Yeah, this one's incredible. I love it, and I like it even better with the white border. But we're not talking about borders every single time. I'm personally a white border fan. You know, probably lose followers and subscribers based on that. This one is also pretty goated, I would say. This one is sweet. I think this one deserves an S tier spot as well. I think I'd use this. I think I would use this if I couldn't use the redhead dude art. I think this would be a very close second. Oh yeah, this one's also S tier. I mean, look at it. Look at that. We just have a magician in there, like, just exalting the spell the spell that they're countering or whatever. This one's sweet. Borderless. The art is like very colorful, and like the whole palette like fits very well. Very, very good counterspell. This one too. This one too. Actually, I like this one more than I like this art. Take a look at that one up close. Yeah, okay. This is the counterspell art that I would use second. This one for sure. One for sure. We got the dude with the wave. That one. Is that what's happening? No. It's like, oh yeah, maybe it is a wave. So they're like putting their whole body into the counterspell here. That's cool. I like the contrast of like, you know, what looks like maybe the floor with like the sea. Like whole robe situation that the person's wearing. That's cool. No, it's not. Well, okay, I think it is slightly better than the... But only when you really look at the art. We don't have any D tier yet. That's probably for the best. Alright, let's look at the... What was this called? The Invocations, yes. Not a fan of this one. Maybe this is our first D tier. I know that this sort of breaks a lot of the boundaries that I've explained so far on, like, I really want a counterspell that looks like a spell's being countered. But this card as a whole, kinda ugly. And I feel like the art is very faint. I don't know. I love a counterspell that looks like the spell's being countered really effortlessly, but I don't like this one. Oh yeah, and then a pretty easy S tier, the last one. Here we go. Oh yeah, look at that. This is awesome. I don't even know what's going on. Urtai saying it was probably a lousy spell in the first place? Hell yeah, Urtai. Probably was. Yeah, I like this one. This one looks like it has a story going on to it. One's definitely S tier. All right, let's take an examination real quick. We have my favorite counterspell. Very, very solid countering spells. Counterspells. We have some alternate art. This was surprising to me that the Mystical Archive hit the B tier. Unfortunate, but it is what it is.